Yo, hey, what's up guys? In today's video, I want to show you a team that can do the Yannica damage without a Wixwell. Yes, you heard me right. At the moment, we are on the test server, so I can freely test out stuff on there, and all those updates and rebalance, what I'm talking in a second about, will be available for everybody in a couple days, I think so. But we got a champion rebalance right now, and instead of just using her, I want to do something crazy, and I think I made it work, and it would be totally appreciated if you guys go ahead and press that like button to push the algorithm a little bit and show the people that my channel is worth to check out. And we're gonna talk about Lady Ireth. She is now a better Painkeeper. Yes, a Painkeeper. But you know what we can do with a Painkeeper already, and she has now the skill on a 3-turn cooldown while she is really much holding back some damage and also heals you. That is really nice. And also this skill here can be reset like a Painkeeper. You put a Painkeeper right next to her and the Painkeeper will reset that skill also. That is a huge thing. I'm not gonna use it this time, but it is really nice to know. Also, this skill right here, I'm not gonna use it this time, but it is really much like a really nice heal and also gives you turn meter when you reach 100% of your HP, and that is really nice, and it's not so hard to actually get it done on a champion, and you can turn meter boost a champion for free for 50%. That is really huge. And also the skill right here, just popping some continuous heals, but only on champions under 85% HP. That is kind of really huge, but sometimes, you know, you are full HP and you don't want that, so you want the continuous heal later. Maybe the champion gets attacked and then you can get some heals out of it. But we used her in a non-Wixwell team for Hydra. That is amazing, and I'm gonna show you the team right now. We are going on hard mode. Hard mode is always the first testing I'm gonna do, so everything is a little bit more easy, and that's the team what you're gonna see. We have a panda in there, that is basically our shield thrower, and also a Togron. Togron is not so easy available for everybody, but yeah. It is also nice to know that teams like that can be done if you pull a champion like him, and he is basically a really nice champion for setups. So I'm gonna show you quickly the preset. And then I'm also gonna show you like what it's about in this team. He's just gonna use his A2 on purpose. I didn't use his skill because he has the decreased accuracy, and in this one we want our buffs to be stolen. That is amazing. I'm gonna show you what I mean with that and stuff. That is amazing. That oh, you have no idea. But he's just spamming his A1. He's also in a retaliation set, so he can counter more often and stuff. We got our Shaman L, really nice that he can be in here, so we can technically kill heads if we need to on the end. That shouldn't be the most problem in the world if you have a Shaman L, like a well-built one in there. Then we got Lady of Ireth, just using her A3 right there, and also not using that one. Just, yeah, it's just not needed for right now. We want that skill to happen more often because she's also in a reflex set. And yes, we are using the perfect veil on her on the beginning. I give you a big tip. I'm gonna show you later on that I made a big mistake about the perfect veil, but you trying to get that first turn, that buff cannot be getting stolen. It is super nice. You can increase it, and later on you can actually use this skill while you have perfect veil, and that skill actually needs the perfect veil to do the big damage. And I had really problems to set it up on the end, get my crit on the when I needed it to. That skill needs to get a crit, then you get a perfect veil. I didn't get my crit in my run too quick, and I kind of was stuck a little bit. But he is just using his taunt. The block buffs, do not use it. You want your buffs to get stolen, or else it won't work at all. So just saying. Also, and that was a preset. Alright, now let's jump into the run, and I'm gonna just, on the beginning, what you kind of have to notice that you cannot go on Shayak. He's super slow right now. If you fill up 10 buffs before he takes his turn, you kind of have to reset it because he cannot place the taunt anymore on him, and that will be super awkward on your run and stuff. But we will just press the auto button for a little bit. On purpose, I will press the blue head, so we get a little bit more turn meter on our panda. That is not super needed, but it's just helping us to get more increations and buff duration ups on the end on our team, so we can grow the shield on Shayak. So what's about the team. The team is based around Shayak being super slow, Lady Ireth putting his cooldown back, and also that he can do the taunt loop, and Lady Ireth is basically putting those continuous heals out there what Togron can grab, and everybody can get up to 10 buffs really easy. Because of the continuous heal, it's really easy. That's super spreadable. You can stack that up. If you don't have a continuous heal, you cannot reach 10 buffs, for example, on your champions. Let me just quickly follow him. If I think he's he already got the taunt. That's cool. So he is super slow, and then he will do the taunt loop. Lady Ireth giving us the buffs. Togron is gonna spread them, and the Mischief Head is gonna just steal them. At my case right now, he went for Shayak, but that can happen also. He's also a target, so whatever. And then he's gonna steal it and spread it. Best scenario is spread it. He takes 10 buffs of you, then he spread it. You got 40 buffs on the board, and then you use the skill of your Panda and increase the shield by a ton. And that's basically the concept behind it. Shamael is there for just countering the blue head. Yannica, of course, there for the big bang. Togron is there for the buff spreading, like he did right now on him, to get the continuous heals out there. And Lady Ireth is also healing us by a ton. That is super nice, like for real, she's a really nice healer. And I really do like it because of the change. I was able to do something like that. That is really amazing. And we're just using the Panda. No more Wixwell. Just imagine you have a second Yannica. You can actually do 2 teams without having 2 Wixwells. That is really nice. I'm hoping that our shield will get increased a little bit more. On the beginning right now, it's a little bit janky how much like buffs the head's gonna steal and stuff. It's not looking too good right now, but I also think the Mischief Head went for Shayak, didn't steal any buffs at that moment, and that's why the beginning is a little bit janky. And maybe we have to restart it, maybe don't, I do not know. Let me see if he still has the taunt. Yes, nice. He needs the plays. Like my champion got eaten before, and I was like, why did that happen? And I figured out, okay, he was stacked up with continuous heals and he wasn't able to put the taunt out on him. Yeah, can you please steal a little bit more buffs, dude? Usually you steal the whole thing. Yes, nice. Let's hope that Panda, yes, nice. I think we have to restart right now. The beginning was just not as good as I wanted to be, but it is okay, whatever. I'm gonna show you also the struggles on the end. Like, yeah, you know how it is. Not every team is like one time go and then you just finish it. No, sometimes you have to restart. For example, let's see if I get the perfect veil on Yannica. Usually I would restart then because, yeah, I want it actually to happen, so not later on. Because also it is a little bit dumb if you have 10 buffs on a champion and then you cannot get the perfect veil anymore out there. But yeah, it is how it is. We're gonna try it again. This time my Yannica didn't get the thingy, but I recorded a video, so no problem. I can show you on the end how that actually turned out. But I was in the situation also that I tried to get a critical hit out there because they had the shield and stuff, and I just didn't have it, and it was really awkward. So let's see if we can get the shield a little bit higher on our Shayak, and on the end he will grow his shield over and over, and Togron is trying to grab it on the end. Like, you just want to stack up your shield on your Shayak, then Togron is gonna spread it across the board, and then you basically set up for everything and you can just nuke the heads down, no problem. So we got a couple more buffs out there, that is really nice. Now let me click the blue head so the Panda gets a little bit more of turns at the moment. I could also make him way faster and stuff, that's totally fine. It is not so important that he will have his own buffs on the end stacked up to 15 duration or something. This is super cool, but I want to show you the beginning that we're actually stacking the shield if the Panda does his thingy. It is slowly going up, that's nice. Did he receive his... Sometimes it's super hard to see actually those buffs. Yes, he does have the taunt, that is super nice, so we can just continue. Let's steal more buffs. Do it now. Alright, he doesn't take a turn, he just doesn't want to. That's what I hate about Shamael. He's taking so much time, but he's kind of necessary. Yes, more buffs on him. Nice. So we can grow the shield when the Panda is going in. more, and also we're trying to hope that the boss is gonna spread the buffs. It's way better, but it sometimes falls in. You can use a little bit manual, that wouldn't be a problem, so you set up the beginning way more efficient, because I think we decreased the duration before the boss spread it, and that's why the other bosses don't have as much of buffs and stuff. But yeah, it is how it is. Sometimes you gotta take it how it is. I wanna get like my stuff a little bit freely done just by pressing the auto button. That's like highly recommended. And also, usually teams like that, they are dependent on the 3%. You know how it is. Your mischief tank is getting his buff stolen, and then you're kind of out of the game, and that is really dumb. But in this one, we're just getting our buffs stolen all the time, and of course the boss could actually target Shayek, and then he's gonna steal the buffs on a 3%. Like right now could happen, but that's a thing. But usually you have so many champions in here that he's not always going for Shayek. He's just grabbing other buffs and stuff. That is really, really cool, and it's kind of refreshing not to be dependable on the 3% so much. Oh, you know how it is if you use a Wixwell team already. And now, if you have a second Yannica, go ahead, build 2 teams. It's like insane what they can do. And basically, before it was not so easy, because we couldn't heal, we couldn't get up so many buffs, and the buffs didn't come back over and over, but continuous heal plus a taunt loop, plus a reset that makes our champion go do their skills more often and stuff. It's just insanely good, insanely good. So, can you please spread the buff? He's not gonna spread the buffs right now. He's gonna do it next turn, but it is how it is. It falls like it falls in. The beginning is a kind of a little bit more janky, I told you already, but it is how it is. So, can you please grow the shield a little bit faster? I swear to God, it was faster before. Can you please not attack Shayek? Please, come on, I want you to have buffs. I don't want to just get a 6%, 8% grow right now. I want a 80% grow. I want it all over the board. Also, the blue head is kind of slowly dying. We want him to, yeah, not die at this moment. Yeah, it kind of doesn't matter. But yeah, why not? Just take the turn meter on our panda all the time. He did it again. I tell you, it's always because I'm recording a video right now, but that's why we are going into my video where I recorded right now. You can see the sheet is slowly growing, but it's more because, yeah, he doesn't spread buffs too many right now, so it should be a little bit faster for you. Don't you worry if everything goes a little bit more. Yeah, you know what I mean. But let's jump into the video. Alright, a little bit later, 56 turns right now. We do have a insane shield on the whole team right now. We have just been growing the shield on Shayek basically all the time. You just saw it, then get our buff stolen, and then use the panda. But Toron came in and also spread those buffs. At the moment we are way more set than before, and I started to record the run because it was looking nicely. And yeah, at the moment I was waiting a little bit more. I'm not too sure when to actually do it. Maybe it can go way faster. I don't know, like at the moment the boss has a ton of buffs and stuff. It would grow faster, maybe on turn 100 or something. I'm already there, but I was just doing it a little bit longer and longer because, yeah, you know how it is. Be safe than sorry, you know. So when did we actually do it? And yeah, at this moment we're just doing the same thing over and over. They get even more buffs at the moment because like the duration of those buffs go high and high. The mischief does not basically lose a ton of his buffs, never, even if we decrease the buff duration all the time. But then also if he grabs another continuous heal that is on another champion that has like 18 stacks or something, he will override the old ones because the new one is bigger. And that is really nice for us. So he basically never loses his thing. And the shield also, he grabs it over and over, and then also he will override the better one with the old one and stuff. And that is making our life a little bit more easy. And remember, it's just the panda. Like, look at the shield, it's just coming from the panda. It is amazing that that is possible right now. To be honest, I love it. Of course, the strategy right now is maybe not the best, but it will get improved later on. But let's go ahead and do a little bit of a skibbity scoo. Yes, 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 yes. Where did we actually do it? I waited a long time. I waited actually a long time. Holy moly. So... And also it was due to Yannica not having the perfect veil on the end. I skipped a couple of turns just trying to get the perfect veil, and on my run, what I showed you, I made her slower, but at the moment she's really fast and she was just outrunning the perfect veil. So I went to make her a little bit slower for the future, but at this moment in time she was really fast, like 260-ish or something, and it was too fast and I couldn't hold the buff durations. But if I go like 160, no problem, then Panda can just endlessly get the perfect veil out there. So we got actually the perfect veil. So is it the moment in time? Is it gonna happen? Is it the moment? Alright, I can see it already. Whew, get ready guys, get ready. The panda action. Panda Yannica. That's what you get. That's what you get. So again, almost 3 billion. And that's the maximum you can do on a Yannica in overall. So that literally shows you can just use the panda if you don't have a Wixwell in there. And to be honest, this kind of team depends on the Togron, I know. But also it could be... Let me think about a couple new things, and then it shouldn't be the worst problem in the world. And we can get there. It's just on the beginning, we need to know that it works. And yes, it works. And I tried to go even further, but yeah, then at some point I get my buff stolen. The Mischief Head right now has 10 buffs, so it's really unlikely that he steals a shield, but that will just go off and on. Like some point he will get the shield. I'm gonna show you. I went like a little longer than I should, but I wanted to get like a bigger number for you guys, and you see like, it's you can do that multiple times, that is no problem. So he got that stupid shield, that other one on him. Let's try to skip BT2. Yes, now he got the shield back, and my problem was that Yannica did not have the perfect veil, and it was huge, like for real huge. And just do the beginning that you have your perfect veil. I'm not recommending putting her on crit rate too much, because she also wants to survive in here on the end, because we don't have a reviver at the moment. So she wants to survive. That's why I put her like, she has also a shield set, a ton of HP and stuff. And I just basically tried to get my stupid perfect veil up to actually do the nuke, but I couldn't because also of poison cloud and stuff. It's just, I got really frustrated. But let's go ahead a little bit further. I can show you the end screen, that everything is set up like it should. Let's go. And yeah, Yannica, 1.23 billion almost, while just being the panda in there. And I feel crazy, and it's totally worth to press that like button. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna come up with more stuff like that in the future, don't you worry. But we're gonna jump now into stats and stuff. Alright, let's talk about the stats. First we're gonna start on Bambus. He needs a Merciless and a Reflex set. It is super important. Without it, it's probably not gonna work for you. So the stats are like this. At the moment we have the blue head out there, so it's a little bit more easy to get turn meter on him and get his skills ready back on track. But if I would decide later on, if I go Nightmare and stuff, I would probably make him way faster, like 300-ish. And the requirements are hard for that, probably, maybe, I don't know. Let's see, I will find out a better team, like a team that also maybe has no Togron in it and stuff like that. And accuracy, maybe you want, maybe you don't. It kind of depends, like maybe you want them to take a little bit more turns, so accuracy wouldn't be the best, but it is on me right now. Bambus has no blessing and also no masteries right now. That's actually what I would use on the end if I go on higher stages. Let's continue on Charmael. We do have a shield set on him to, obviously to get a bigger shield. And also nothing else in here. Let's talk about the stats. I want him to be HP based right now, and also having a little bit of defense so he doesn't just die when he got his stuff stolen. And also 245, maybe you can go way slower and stuff. That probably is no problem on him. To be honest, like probably you can go 100 speed would be totally fine. accuracy and stuff doesn't matter. I wouldn't prefer put accuracy on him because I think he can kind of steal buffs or something in here. Random buff on the target by 1 turn. Yes, so I basically wouldn't do accuracy on him. He has cruelty right now on the blessing, does not have any masteries. I don't know why, but it is how it is. Also, let's talk about Yannica. Really important. And yes, she's also in a shield set. Also, about a little tip is put a blood shield ring, amulet or banner on her, so if the reflect damage is out there and she does the big boom, you won't die, and still the head's gonna take all the damage because she's just not dying when she's hitting, and that is super helpful. Also, I want her to have HP. It doesn't happen obviously, but also like defense. Maybe I go more like, yeah, if I go well more optimized on the end for nightmare and stuff, I probably would work on it a little bit better than this. 171 speed, like I said, make her a little bit slower that she won't run out of her perfect veil. And because you kind of want to have that on the start, so she will just increase it all the time. And also she can only do the big damage while she has perfect veil, so you really want that. But also I don't recommend like a crit rate or something like there. It's just more likely that she will die when she's about to get her buff stolen, and when that happens, yeah, you are out of the game. There is no reviver in this particular team right now. Those are the masteries. War Master you wanna maybe have, maybe not. Kind of depends if you wanna kill a little bit, and yeah. So we got also a Charmael that could be a damage dealer monster in there to actually kill stuff. So there are kind of options. Who is next? Who did we use? Togron. About him, he's probably replaceable on the end. There will be other setups. I tried something with Krisk, also not so easy to get, but yeah, there will be just option. I put Krisk in there. He will just give himself continuous heal over and over and over. Then he puts it like, then he gets his buff stolen, puts it back, gets his buff stolen, and so on. And also he has no blessing. I think we haven't talked about the set retaliation, so he gets his A1 more often. That is actually doing the buff spread, so that's what we actually want to have. Retaliation, counter attack accessories would be better, to be honest. Stats are like this. I forgot to put the Hydra thingies in there, so everything you see right now is plus 12 speed. Wait, just let me put it from here on now so you can see. It's plus 12 and a little bit of accuracy, resistance and stuff, of course, yeah. So I'm sorry I forgot, but I don't want to re-record everything just because of that. I'm sorry for that, but that's how we're gonna live for it. 272 speed, really nice. Maybe I would make him faster, slower, kind of whatever. He's not so important. Blessing is not there, also masteries are not there, so basically he's just there to spam his A1, and I do not, for example, have the best accessories on it, and I probably would go a little bit more crazy if I go Nightmare. I already told you. Who else was in there? Let me see, who didn't I show you? Panda I did, Yannica I did, Charmael yes, Shayak and Lady Ireth. So, Shayak. He is just super slow. Like, he has no speed at all. 98 speed right now, plus the bonuses. I'm sorry that I forgot on the beginning, but he's now on 110. And the baseline about like Ireth on the end. Don't worry about Ireth's speed on the end. The baseline is basically have like 110, then you add the half of it on top, like 55 in our case, and 165 should be the minimum for your Painkeeper, for your not Painkeeper, for your Emic, for your Lady Ireth, so she gets her skill ready, like she can reset the Shayak and he's gonna do the taunt loop. But 165 is obviously way too slow on our other champion, that's why I didn't go for that. But that's kind of the baseline for a champion like that, so he will not lose his own taunt. But I made him really slow that he will gain his buff duration up and up and up and up, and when you spread his buffs you gain like a ton of duration on your buffs. So but don't you worry about the Lady Ireth stats in a second. I just went a little bit ham, but I just actually didn't had to, like, you know what I mean. Emergency is just a placeholder. his masteries are like that. I probably wouldn't take that one. I didn't go over it because it's just hard mode. Testing is not so hard. And yeah, accuracy, for some reason we don't actually need your accuracy right now, but it is how it is. And last one on the list is Lady Ireth, however you want to pronounce it. Let's go ahead. She is in a reflex set, and also she is super fast. Like, I just went crazy for testing purposes, so I don't have to go super optimized in there. Like probably 250, 70 or something would be okay too, but I just didn't want to risk it because my panda, for example, is not as fast. And yeah, that's why I kind of went really crazy. Let me put in the Hydra steady, so yeah. But don't you worry, there will be other teams that can actually do it just with the panda. And just imagine, we're just using the panda right now to do the Yannica trick. If you got a second Yannica, let's go. You have a second team that can do amazing teams. At the moment, it is based on the top run, but like I said, don't you worry, there will be other ways to actually do it. We just have to figure it out. Like, the panda is an amazing champion, and I kind of underestimated him for a long time, but since we do have Merciless and yeah, basically Cursed City, and we can do the Merciless trick, it got way more easy and way more consistent. Before, it was just not happening too often when you just have reflex, but they added Cursed City and now we got stuff like that happening. And yeah, that will be the end of the video. Of course, don't forget to press that like button. I will come up on the channel with many things, and I can probably tell I'm one of the first guys that shows you insane stuff with a new champion rebalance or something. You really want to get that done. And also subscribe if you haven't done already. Yeah, like I said, I share the best things, like, and yeah. Have a nice day.